Hey everybody! So 2020 has gotten real crazy real quick, right? It's surreal. I have to remind myself multiple times a day that, oh yeah, there's a pandemic going on and we're on quarantine and can't see any friends or family for the foreseeable future except those you are on lockdown with in your place. It's bizarre. And it's been a mix of things where, like, some days it's just like, oh, well, we're just being goofy with the family, who cares, and watching movies. And other days it's like, I'm going to go insane. How am I going to survive this? And then there's other days where I think, well, hey, if everybody just Netflixes and chills for a little bit, maybe we'll get through this quicker. So just stay home. Stay home. All you have to do is sit on your couch and watch TV, and you'll save thousands of lives. That's the If John Connor had to do that to defeat Skynet, there would have been a 20-minute short film instead of 6 films in the Terminator franchise. Stay home. I was walking today and I was listening to some relaxing music and just not on my phone checking things or reading the news or anything like that. And I started to think, how do I plan out my week better? How do I start a schedule of some sort to keep me sane? I'm an actor and a writer, so I usually don't have a schedule anyway. So this is good practice for when the quarantine is lifted and I go back to being unemployed 80% of the year anyway. Giving each day something for you to look forward to or something for you to accomplish. And that can be 20 minutes a day, that can be 2 hours of the day, that can be the whole day. Take it however you want. I'm not an expert, I'm just throwing this out there. Mostly for me to be accountable and hold myself to this schedule, but also to maybe help other fellow parents or creative people or whoever that is trying to figure out what to do during this. So here goes. Mondays should be mental health Mondays. Do something for your mental health. Do something like meditate, do yoga, just take a walk without being connected to the news. Mondays, typically, before the quarantine, we're like, you got a case of the Mondays, gotta go to work. So why don't we make Mondays positive, where instead we look forward to Mondays because we get to check in with ourselves, we get to take a breather, disconnect from the news a little bit, and just really make sure we're taking care of ourselves up here. So that could mean do something creative. That could mean do some painting, do something you've never done before, read a book, anything that helps you unplug from the chaos and take care of this in between your two earlobes. To-do list Tuesdays. Now this is where you can take however long you want during the day to do a project in the house. Like for us, we have to prepare for baby boy who's due in July. So Tuesdays can be to-do list Tuesdays, where you do something around the house. You do a project to better your place, your house, you pay bills, whatever. It's just the day where you get stuff done that you have to, the life stuff. Working Wednesdays. So Wednesdays can be where you do something towards your normal job. If you're an unemployed artist like myself, I would call mine writing Wednesdays. So I start writing every Wednesday. Or you practice a scene for friends. You go on Zoom and do a Zoom acting class if you're an actor. Or, if you're an accountant, you do your taxes on Wednesday. I don't know. I literally have so little skills outside of creative stuff. That's why I'm screwed right now. This one's a little hokey, but I'm still working on a name for it. Thriving Thursdays, where maybe do a hobby you haven't done yet. My wife is going to take up cross-stitching. I've always wanted to do martial arts. Do some videos online, learn a new hobby, learn guitar, and just do something different that expands your mind, expands your skill set, something fun for yourself. Now, I like this. This is kind of ripping off of Jimmy Kimmel because he does formal Fridays, but I'm going to call it fancy Fridays. Get fancy. That doesn't mean you have to get dressed up, but hey, that could be fun too. Get all fancy, get like a formal, like you're going to a prom or something, I don't know. Or just make a fancy meal instead of the usual survival food from the rest of the week. Make a fancy meal that night. Do something, spruce it up a little bit. Make it a fancy Friday. Silly Saturdays. Now, Silly Saturdays, it's a free-for-all. You do whatever you want. You act goofy. You watch cartoons till noon. You do anything. Saturdays, fair game. Silly Saturdays. Self-check-in Sunday. I'm still working on that one. Self-check-in Sundays. Here's why. You've just gone through 6 days of quarantine. You're about to start a new week. So Sunday is the day where you check in with yourself and see, hey, how did everything go? How did I do? No judgment. Just go over, maybe keep a journal of everything you did that week according to your plan and check in and say, okay, I can do better. Maybe I filled my day with too much phone time, too much news, too much angry tweeting. I can pull back on that. So it's a check-in, self-check-in Sunday. Then you start it all over again with Mental Health Monday. This is a work in progress. I'm just throwing this out there to see if it helps anybody. I'm going to keep a journal, try and write down what I do each day towards that goal. And like I said, it can be 20 minutes, it can be 2 hours, it can be 4 hours. We're at home all day, so you choose. Just something to give your life more structure and to make not every day feel like the same day. I know at one point last week I was like, what day is it? I have no idea. But if I knew it was Thriving Thursday, that would fix everything. Oh yeah, I really got to work on that one. That one sucks. Let me know what you think and what your week's like. If you got a different plan, share it. I would love to know. Stay safe, stay home. You can save so many people. Just stay home. Stay home. Love you all. Mwah.